That's right, that's Counter Fairy. That's not something that I thought we would see anytime soon. We're having Lifehack and Jowgen actually seeing some play. I think you're going to want to check these out. Make sure you guys smash living crap out of that subscribe button so you guys don't miss out on more us content. Now, this is the kind of stuff that you wake up and you're happy to see. This is an OCG stun deck for the first time in a very, very, very long time. We're actually getting the chance to see something out here. Now, I mean, obviously the base of your deck is going to be Bountiful Artemis. This is obviously the thing that gets you the draw engine and allows you to, you know, generate that advantage to allow the deck to keep flowing. Now, the interesting thing is we're not using any of the free scales, you know, like the Guiding Ariadne. No. Mediel and Minerva, the Scholar of the Sky, are literally the only monsters that we're doing. And after Counter Trap, this gets 500 attack. If you have the Sanctuary in the Sky, you get to add a Counter Trap with a different name from your deck to your hand. That part is actually personally really good. But well, what's the point of the deck? Well, you're going to attempt to control your opponent simply out of the game. If your opponent cannot play the game, well, they're going to be in a pretty bad position. That's why you're seeing things like the triple card of demise here actually resolving and helping this deck kind of get its turbo game on. And the one synchro zone to make sure that this is going to act as the floodgate to allow your opponent the chance to not be able to play the game. You know, no attacks except from synchro monsters relatively easily. Also, I mean, like, this is actually incredible. The ratios are also really nice and optimized. Like, you're only playing the one copy of the Time-Tearing Morganite. You're not trying to slam down too many dead cards along the way, but this is optimized, I think, to the point that you'll be able to do pretty much everything that you're going to want to do. Also, I mean, your splash little cute runic package in here definitely make sure that, you know, you can hit whatever little high note that you want. Also, I mean, you can't really play the field spell for runic to regenerate. You're just 3 splash cards. I mean, to be fair, like, these are utility outs that kind of allow you need to pop a spell and trap, you need to control something else that your opponent's attempting to do. You know, something more dangerous is touched down. That's what this little sub-package is meant to do. Oh, and then you mill a resource away from your opponent. Scary at the end of the day. We're also playing the one messenger piece to kind of allow this deck some more little defensive options along the way. And I do like we are getting the chance to play the Iron Thunderhammer, Judgment, and Solemn Strike, and the Warnings. Like, this deck fears nothing. And then, yes, we are playing one Jar of Avarice. This does allow you to actually shuffle back anything. So if you're at a point in the game where, you know, you're losing some very important resources, this will allow you a nice little soft reset chance to do the thing. And I don't care about the good, I care about the Gravity Bind. Yes, we are playing Gravity Bind. Beautiful deck. Next up here, we have, I see that the OCG is trying out some little turbo things out here. So what in the world is this deck attempting to do? Well, you see Lifehack here lets you target a face-up monster on the field. Until the end of this turn, stack becomes your opponent's current life points, and then any damage that they take is halved. And then during a main phase, you can banish this card from your graveyard, target one face-up monster on the field. Until the end of this turn, its stack becomes your current life points. Any battle damage your opponent takes is halved. So what you're telling me here is I can summon a Jowgen. I can Secret Village set up, and okay, suddenly my opponent can't play anything. And then I can play Lifehack to make this thing 4,000 attack points, and suddenly my opponent cannot play the game. Well, that is actually incredible. And we also are playing the Magician's Left Hand down here as well. So this is the thing that's going to give you the negate for your opponent's first trap effect. That's so cool. I see we're also playing the Decisive Battle of Gondola. This actually gives you protection, if I recall correctly. Yeah, this card's name becomes Great Gondola. And then if a card or cards you control be destroyed by a card effect, instead of fusion monster that mentions fall of Albus from your extra deck to the graveyard instead. You know, I see we got some pretty good fusions here. And, you know, Titaniclad can go get us an Ecclesia. This deck is cracked for the ideas and things that you could actually do in a stun game based setting strictly because of life hack. But not a lot of people have explored this for whatever reason. I love the idea of what life hack kind of gives you the opportunity to do. And do not underestimate the ideas of fun that you're able to generate because of stun-based concepts. Are you going to win every single time with it? No, but it's better than nothing. Next up here. Oh, man. This is a cluster pile. This is Minkanko, Spellbook, Horus. The deck, I am not exactly sure what I'm looking at here. I feel like this deck is trying to take advantage of all of the good stuff that we have right now. And they're actually playing a magical mallet. After everything that you've got going on in this deck, you think that you need to have one magical mallet. I mean, yeah, it is a free little reset. It does kind of give you the chance underneath the Spellbook of Judgment to optimize and set up a little bit better. Also, the fact that, you know, we are able to make Jowgen. This is cute, all right? Like, I'm genuinely impressed this week by the amount of ideas that are present. You know, like, there's a lot of, I would say, a lot more crazy things than you're really used to seeing, but that's not a problem, right? Like, those dumb ideas are the things that are going to get you excited to, you know, try things out. And I mean, this is a perfect example of, you know, splashing all of these different sub-packages together, you know, and of course, level 1 fire monster. Yeah, who saw that coming? Anybody out there? Level 1 Altergeist monster actually seeing competitive play as a little spicy card. Interesting. Next up here, we have Hero. But wait a minute. They're playing the Wing Karibo level 6. This thing cannot be normal summoned or set. Must be special summoned from your hand or graveyard by banishing an elemental hero fusion monster or a Wing Karibo from your hand, face up in the monster zone, or in the graveyard. And then you can only special summon these once per turn. When your opponent's monster declares an attack or your opponent activates a monster effect, you contribute this card to destroy that monster. And then you can inflict damage to your opponent equal to that monster's original attack. Well, you know, it is a favorite card and a hero card. I guess the more ideas that you're kind of able to bring to the table with hero decks is going to be really cool. This is also not the first deck that I have seen splashing this little guy. A lot more of the OCG decks have been a lot more adept to wanting to test out Wing Karibo level 6. Surprisingly, it does look like it's made a splash on the meta. Next up here, yes, there's the Code of the Soul. I've been waiting for the chance to see this thing actually get some playtime here. We knew it was going to take a little bit for the OCG to kind of figure out what they wanted to do, but it looks like it's doing its thing. I also see our favorite, just roll the weasel on over, just roll something on over to your opponent's field, and then proceed to laugh. Yeah, this deck is very famous now for being able to Kaiser Coliseum lock your opponent and not give them the chance to play the game. It's very unfortunate that that's what Soloman Great has kind of evolved. Actually, no, it's not. I mean, it's hilarious that finally something is abusing Kaiser Coliseum enough to put the spotlight back on the card and go, you know, maybe we need to do something about this, guys. You know, maybe Kaiser Coliseum is just an inherently broken card. Honestly, I want to give a shout out to this card. This card's definitely what has made Soloman Great a lot better at the moment, and you've got to really appreciate the effort of this deck coming back into the spotlight and actually getting the chance to do something. Next up here, we have Ritual Beast. Now, this build caught my attention because they were playing the double copies of the Gravekeeper's Inscription, which basically causes some of the little soft locks that we love, but you got to see it turn 1, or you got to see it main phase 1 at the beginning of the phase. If you happen to trug on into this along the way, worthless. Alright, you can't do anything. And we have another deck that's playing stupid Kaiser Coliseum down here, showcasing to us, yet again, you know, kind of the power and ridiculousness that this card actually can have on the meta. And that's very important. Once again, another deck is able to, you know, set up what big monster here, and then your opponent's like, oh, you know, I can't actually do anything, you know, along the way. Interesting stuff for sure. So that is all that we have for the sauce for this week. I'm genuinely impressed. So please, leave a comment down below. Tell me what you guys think. I'll see your beautiful faces back here later today, guys. Peace out. Patrons, thank you.
Thank you so much for watching. Check out these other videos.